Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. The final race for the World of Thunder Esports League. It is now time for the Warrior Logistics Pro Late Models. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Jerry Vansicle. Jerry, we're into qualifying at the moment. This will line up the heat races. We've got 50, I think we said 53 or 54 drivers signed into the pits tonight, and man, we're looking forward to another good showing here at Lernerville.
Yeah, looking there, James Grace. Quick time so far, the 15.318. Hagen Sorensen, the young racer out of Harlan, Iowa. Right there now gets bumped back as Thomas Suttles goes to quick time with a 15.315. And like you said, looking at close to 55 entries on this deal tonight, Wheeler. It should be a wing-dang doodle of a show. Some of these guys just kind of, some of them running the supers coming over with us, and we're going to see our great top pro late model drivers in on the action as well.
Yeah, Blake Majulis looking for 3 wins in a row here tonight on this Sunday night. Evan C., the man that's finished second in the last 2 races, he goes quick time with a 15.285. Majulis is going to go now second quick with a 15.302. Still a couple of drivers to go out there and lay down a lap time. Matthew Logan, who will drive the ML Performance D1RT number 41 machine. He goes 34th quick, and we've got just a couple of more drivers to lay down a lap time. It'll be 54 drivers officially about to take a lap time.
So as we watch him down, like I said, Evan C. right now quick on the clock. Blake Majulis second. Suttles, Grace, Quinlan, Sorensen. Right now your top 6 quick timers in on this one. Like you said, time winding down on qualifying here tonight. I think that's it, isn't it?
Yes, 53 drivers. There's just 2 drivers that did not take a lap time, and we'll see where they line up. We'll see what heat race they line up in and whether they take to the racetrack. But let's take a look at those qualifying results for you. The man that goes quick time here tonight, Evan C. And we'll see 5 heat races on the program. So Evan C., Blake Majulis, Thomas Suttles, James Grace, and Huey Quillen will all start on poles of heat races 1 through to 5. 6 through to 10th will start second, of course, in the respective heat races. And then every 5 positions will start in the next or into the next position. But let's take a look, Jerry. The Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid heat race number 1.
Via quick time, the 33, the Victory Lane Racing. Evan C. entry, and then it'll be the young racer out of Iowa. That is Hagen Sorensen in the Sorensen Racing 45.
Trent Hitchens will start out of position number 3. Jace Lean will start position number 4.
Go on to row number 3. It is Dustin Sizemore in the 0111, the old Speed Incorporated $1 Million Motorsports entry. And Jerry Filippo in the 31 from the great state of California.
Dalton DeRosa, the 097, will start inside the 4th row out of position 7. He's outside. The ML Performance number 41 of Matthew Logan, position number 8.
Final 3 starters going to see Kevin Williamson in the 10 car, Bob Klein in the 32, and the 1 of Connor McGowan. Those are your 11 starters, Wheeler, for heat race number 1 of 5 coming to the Speedway.
Well, this is going to be one race to watch. The drivers on the front row, of course, 7C, like I said, coming into this the Warrior Logistics Pro Late Models, he found himself with 2 seconds to Blake Majulis here tonight with the Grace Productions UMP Modifieds, and now what we've seen with the Mimi's Makings and Motions Super Late Models, the national series there, the invite-only series, now looking to maybe take that bridesmaid position away and step up to that top step. But he's got a young kid that just finished 3rd in the Super Late Model as well, and you had the chance to speak to him. Hagen Sorensen, again, a former World of Thunder Esports champion here in the Pro Late Model scene.
Yeah, we'll watch him. Like it said on the last broadcast, I watched his dad for years race the 45 down at the Shelby County Speedway in Harlan, Iowa, up at the Crawford County Speedway in Denison, and we've had him at Super Nationals a handful of times. So Barry Sorensen, I know he's probably tuned in and watching and going to tell Hagen, hey, you got to do better than third tonight because I'm going to get in on the interview. So see what happens. First green flag of the night. 5 heat races coming at you. They'll hurry on down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Evan C., your race leader. Hagen Swartz into the number 2 spot. Third up for grabs. It'll be Hitchens and Leand. Here comes Filippo. 4-car breakaway there for 3, 4, 5, and 6 Wheeler.
Yeah, 3 wide into turn number 3 and 4. We've got dramas in the back. Williamson, I believe. DeRosa may have been involved in that one for the moment. We stay green. Keeping an eye on Jerry Filippo. Now on the outside, looking into a transfer position. Top 3 going straight through to the main event. Jerry, and at the moment, Evan C., Hagen Sorensen, and Trent Hitchens going to hold down those top 3.
They kind of stretch their legs a little bit. They get the first 2 runners, Evan C. and Hagen Sorensen, stretching their legs, getting up there. But now look at this back there. It's for a better starting spot in the B main. Jason Leon and Dustin Sizemore. Sizemore going to work up on the top of the racetrack. They'll hurry down into turn number 1 and 2. That 24 machine of Leon. Sizemore right ahead of him in the 0-1-11, working down into turn number 3 and 4.
No, Hitchens made a mistake in 3 and 4. That allowed Jerry Filippo in the number 13 machine. He scored as a 31, but he's got the 13 on the side of that wrap. He'll move to position 3. Hitchens slipping back to 4th and now slipping into the clutches of the 11 of Dustin Sizemore. Meanwhile, 5 in the books and 3 to run for your race leader of Evan C. They're coming up on lap traffic already.
They'll start to work the back half of the field. And as we see, Evan C. has run away from this one in that 33 car up on the point. Working it down the front straightaway. Of course, tuned in quick time, and he's looking to put this thing on the pole. The feature here tonight, it'll be the 33 machine of C. Sorensen, and now Jerry Filippo into the number 3 spot as they work this final couple laps down with 2 to go.
Yeah, they'll get the white flag this time by down into turn number 1 and 2. It's Evan C. for Victory Lane Racing again. Unable to find Victory Lane in car 33. He's found 2 second place finishes here so far here at Lernerville tonight. Into 3, out of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Evan C. going to start on pole for the 40 lap main event. Hagen Sorensen home in second. Jerry Filippo will get that third and final transfer position. Again, everybody else from 4th on back, they'll go to a B, a C, and a D as well. But again, 53 drivers taken to the racetrack for qualifying. 11 cars in heat race number 1. And it was Evan C. who gets the job done. Let's take a look at those official results for you just to confirm that Evan C. will in fact start on pole for tonight's main event. Hagen Sorensen with a second place finish. He's actually going to start position 6 in the main event. Jerry Filippo will start position number 11. And again, we'll look at heat race number 2. And you'd almost say that it's going to be a Majulis and Evan C. front row for the main event. But 8 laps of distance, anything's possible at heat number 2, Jerry.
You never know. It'll be the 127 out of New York. That's Blake Majulis into his outside from the Carolinas. It is Jesse Wall in the 5 car.
Cody Slauson will start out of position number 3. Jordan Gage in the Mid-South Dirt Slingers number 13 machine will start position number 4.
Tanner Folds rolls off in the number 5 spot in the Tanner Fold Racing 015. And Keaton Holder in the 7 car to the outside.
Brendan Freeberg will start position number 7 to his outside. It'll be Clayton Rigsby in position number 8.
Going to the next row, it will be Preston Rigsby, the Need Sport Motorsport 195, and Hunter McCoy, the 410 from outside of row number 5, and Donnie Battist in the 19, driving the Mid-South Dirt Slingers number 19. So there's your stars and cars for your Warrior Logistics Pro Late Model Heat Race number 2 here at the virtual Lernerville. Beautiful little track. Been, of course, scanned in from Pennsylvania. Always produces some great racing here on the World of Thunder Esports League Warrior Logistic Late Models.
All right, well, we've seen the DirtFan.com Pro Late Models earlier tonight, and I think every race had a yellow. Tonight, the open setups with the Warrior Logistics Pro Late Models were one.
Why?
Because I want to say that. I want to see a yellow. What is Lernerville Speedway without a yellow? Because we've got the green flag right now, heat race number 2.
All right, we'll see what happens. Is keep the yellow put away and keep the green away. But it's Majulis, Walsh, Lawson, Gage, and Folds, your top 5. Remember, you got to be 3 or better to make the show tonight. Out of the heat races, it is still Majulis, your race leader. Walsh, Lawson, 1, 2, and 3. They'll work that way in the tire tracks of each other down into turn number 1 and 2.
Yes, Lawson driving the number 8 machine, holding on to the final transfer position. The track just starting to get a little bit slicker now. on the entry into turn number 3. You see a lot of the drivers using the middle part of the speedway. And we've seen this in the DirtFan.com. Fixed Pro late models. The bottom side was good all the way up until probably the end of the B main and then the start of the A main. That's when drivers started to use the bottom, like the very bottom down to the inside grass, and also they'll right upstairs or right up on the edge of the lip.
We'll see if they can rip the lip around this place. You know it's going to move to the top. It always does here at Lernerville as they work him on down. Blake Majulis, your race leader. This time they'll go past the halfway point. 4 down, 4 to go. Majulis on out front. Wall working the number 2 spot. Cody Slauson, that 47, which is the 8 car. But look at this. Here comes the 13 of Jordan Gage. Gage would like to punch his ticket and make his way into the A main tonight. This way he does. Right side romance. Things got a little dirty off of turn number 4. That's going to move him on in there, but as he did that, look at this. Tanner Foltz says, ha, check it out. I'm going to race you clean for the number 3 spot.
Yeah, Tanner Foltz again trying here to get into the show, and you got to wonder, does Jordan Gage will race control dish out a penalty? There's just 2 laps remaining. Foltz slides up in front of Gage. Gage will cross back underneath him now out of turn number 2. They drag race down the back straightaway. They hit the halfway down the back stretch. And here comes Gage with a big slide job. The white flag is out. 1 to run for your race leader, Blake Majulis.
Run him up the fence. Tanner Foltz laid it to him on the creed as they work off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Majulis and Wall, no problems going to the A. Let's watch this battle for the number 3 spot. Off of turn number 4, it's going to be the 015. Tanner Foltz coming unofficially into the number 3 spot. We'll check out the official results. See if there's any chatting behind the scenes on some of the moving and shaking here. And it looks like everything is clean and green. Majulis, Wall, Folds, your top 3 transfers. Gage, Freeberg, Holder, Slauson, Battis, Rigsby, and McCoy all going to D, C, and B features tonight.
All right, heat race number 2 is complete. Heat number 3, let's take a look at how they line up here with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
It'll be Thomas Suttles in the 05 on the front row. Brett Rowells of Vanderpool Racing 17 to P2.
Brennan Weeks, the 22, the Mid-South third Slingers entry will start position number 3. Position number 4 will be the 49 of Jeffrey Herrick.
It'll be AJ Albarita in the 21, the fifth starting spot, and Cole Patrick in the 111 in the 6th spot outside of row 3.
Bobby Mattingly in car number 3M. He'll be driving. He will start position number 7, and Bobby Hans will start position number 8.
Taking a look at your final 3 starters, it'll be Brody Orvitz in the 3 car, and Tom Dawson in the 2, and Bill Miller all back there in the Throttle Down Motorsports. Old Billy Miller in the 34, the drag slot. All by himself, just hanging out back there with all his friends there, Wheeler.
He's just waiting for a mate.
Yeah, he says, hey, somebody swim on over here. Join me.
Well, he might have to drive off the edge of the bank. Have you noticed the boats and stuff on the back stretch?
Yes, it's from the trailer races, and there's a couple buses back there. Do you notice those things too?
I do. The big red school bus. It looks like the Lightning McQueen school bus, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I tell you, we do some of that over there. You know, we don't. You guys over there in Australia, New Zealand have the real bang bangers. You know, the cars that I've never understood that whole thing when you purposely drive a car into another car to knock them out, but they do make enjoyable highlight reels to watch on YouTube during the week.
Yeah, there's something to drive. I would imagine. I haven't driven one, and I don't plan on driving one. But here we go. Green flag is out in heat race number 3. So far, the first 2 have been good. We'll see what happens here in heat race number 3. They're 3 wide at the back of the bus, but right now we watch Brennan Weeks, the 22, looking to the inside, and Brett rolls down into turn number 3 and 4.
Rolls runs runner-up spot. Weeks down to the bottom side. Look at this. The top 3, like we've seen in the first 2 heat races, breaking away on this one. 22 Machine of Weeks right there to the number 3 spot. Then it'll be AJ Albarita, 1 out looking in as you see the 15 coming back up on a racetrack. Now the battle for 3rd and final transfer spot. Albarita working to the outside. Look at this, Wheeler. It's going to be 2 wide down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Suttle's now going to make it, look at him on the inside, nearly making it 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4. Albarita now just slips out of the transfer position, so you're going to battle a couple of deuces right now. Albarita in the blue and white inside car. and Brennan Weeks on the top side by side. It's the battle of the 22s.
Oh, they'll work them side by side off a turn number 4 here at Lernerville. Right ahead is Rowell's your leader, settles in the 0-5, then to 22, making contact with him. Weeks. Now the 21 gets in. He rocket ships, jumps off the back straightaway, going down to the fun bus to see if there's anything to be salvaged. But it's Rowell settles, and look at this. Started back there deep in the field. Bobby Hans, the 51-wheeler, has moved into the transfer spot.
Yeah, started on the outside of the 4th row, and now finds himself looking at a potential A-main starting position, roughly around inside the top 10. It would be actually outside the top 10, but again, he'll be deep in the middle of the field in the main event as we come to the white flag, this time by the Vanderpool Racing. 17R of Brett Rolls just finds himself 4 turns away from starting P3.
I see the racetrack starting to firth up, getting a little dusty, getting a little dirtied up. We'll watch him as they'll clean this thing off, though. It'll be Brett Rowells working off a turn number 4, picking up the win. Thomas Suttles, Bobby Hans right now. Your 3 transfer cars.
There we go. Rowells, Suttles, and Hans again unofficially the top 3 that are going straight through to the main event. And again, everybody else getting put into a B, a C, and a D main later on tonight. We've still got a couple of more heat races to get through, but let's take a look at those heat race number 3 results. Brett Rolls confirmed the winner, Thomas Suttles second, and Bobby Hans will go to the big dance. Heat number 4, Jerry, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
It'll be James Grace at 269, the $1 Million Motorsports machine up on the front row, along with Jonathan DeVries, the 151.
We'll go back to Joshua Walton, rolls off out of position number 3. Tyler Hagwood will start position number 4.
Going to row number 3, it'll be Eric York out of the Mid-South region driving the 89 car, and Cale Stryker in the 9 car from the Carolina region.
Then we go back to row number 4. That'll be Nick Baum, who should be driving car number 10. He will start position number 7. The Vanderpool Racing entry of John Ruby Jr. lines up out of position number 8.
We'll see Joe Barnhurst in the 50 car. To the outside of him, it'll be Bryce Stafferin in the 18, and Paul Mancini driving the Ogun Squad 76, starting back there in the drag slot all by himself. So those are your cars and stars for Warrior Logistics Pro Late Model Heat Race number 4 onto the racetrack.
It looks like we had, I believe, 2 cars not making the call, Joe Barnhurst and Paul Mancini. So we'll take those guys out of the timing and scoring screen. There we go. See, but
look at that
magic.
Hey, did you see what was hanging down there by the boats?
No.
Couple gals hanging down there. I don't know, they got some name for those girls at the racetrack.
Yeah.
I read about them on Facebook this week.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, you know what? Well, maybe we might have to send Jimmy, the security guard, down there just to investigate.
Yes. See, you know what, Wheeler? We'll have Jimmy down there and see if they're announcer lizards instead of pit lizards. Instead of pit. I've never in all the years I've gone to the races, I've never found an announcer lizard. I'll tell you that.
I might get in trouble for saying this, but I'll say it off air. But we'll get set for heat race number 4 so far. Every heat race is looking the good so far. Heat number 4, James Grace and DeVries. Now here comes Walton to the inside, the Momentum Sim Sports. He'll make a little contact, but again, no harm, no foul. As we rocket down into turn number 3 and 4. And again, they're 2 wide behind them. Hagwood and York side by side out of turn number 4. And again, on the outside of the top 3, looking into the transfer spot.
Look at this, Phantom 4 wide getting down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh boy, hang on. They get a little rough and tumble off a 2 and down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It is still your race leader, James Grace, Jonathan DeVries, Josh Walton. That's your top 3. They'll follow the tire tracks of each other. Now pulling out of line is that 81 machine. Walton right behind him. You've got Hagwood working with Baum, York, and Ruby. That is 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Well, we're still green for the moment. We're working lap number 4 of 8, so 3 in the books and 5 to run. You're watching right now Eric York and the 89 machine just behind a couple of 0-2 entries. We've got Joshua Walton off the racetrack in turns 3 and 4. And that'll put Nick Baum up into position number 3.
Baum going to work that 99, which the yellow Dayglow machine. Pretty easy to see on the racetrack. They work him on down there into turn number 3 and 4. Tyler Hagwood one out looking in the triple deuce, but he's got company. Here comes Eric York. Now York into the number 4 spot. Nick Baum, the 99 machine, sitting in that third and final transfer spot. DeVries and Grace running 2 and 1. This time they work him up there. Look at him hit. A little bit of fender tag off of turn 4 as they work back there for the number 3 spot.
Yeah, here comes Baum to the outside. Nick Baum, he started position number 7, so just like what we've seen Bobby Hons do, starting position 8, he's made, and now Nick Baum has made his way into the top 3 as the white flag's out. James Grace, man, he looks good down on the bottom side into turn number 3, and out of turn number 4, he will get the win here in heat number 4. The Warrior Logistics Pro Late Models here at Lernerville. Nick Baum home in second. Third is going to go to Jonathan DeVries, and we go back to Hagwood and York unofficially to round out your top 5, Jerry.
So that'll wrap up that one. We'll look for your official results here just momentarily as they get ready to load them on up as Heat 5 ready to come out. It'll be James Grace, Nick Baum, Jonathan DeVries, Tyler Hagwood, Eric York, Bryson Daffrin, Josh Walton, John Ruby, Cale Stryker, Joe Bornhorst with the DNS, and Paul Mancini also not making the call. So those 10th and 11th place cars not starting the heat race.
All right, here we
go.
Heat
race. Number 5. Are you ready for it?
Born ready.
All right, Huey Quillen, the 23 on the front row, along with Jeffrey Lean in the 55 to the outside.
Brad O'Brien for Momentum Sim Sports starts position number 3. Jonathan Byram will start out of position number 4.
Going to row number 3, it'll be Jeremy Steele, the 53, and the 35 of Tyler Lapointe.
Michael Blessing in caliber 1. I'm not sure if he drives the 1 or the 30, but he'll start position number 7. And the Goon Squad Racing number 96 machine of Matt Dixon lines up position 8. That's row 4.
We'll go to row number 5. It's Benjamin Easler, the 42 machine, and Sheldon Coslow in the 46, and the 37 will be Christopher Murray. Those are your 11 starters on this one, Brett.
Yeah, can confirm that Jeremy Steele, who was scheduled to line up out of position number 5, he did not make the call. So maybe he had some of those pit lizards just standing by his trailer and his hauler and his race car, and he figured, well, you know what, no better time than to have a chat to those fine young women.
You know what? All they want is an autograph. See, we up here we call them we call them tire biters. But I never understood why they would bite a tire. That wouldn't taste any good. I never understood what are you going to get by biting a tire? That does no good.
A bit of rubber.
Yeah. One of those will help as the green flag comes on out as they work down into turn number 1 and 2. It'll be the A4, which is the 23. Huey Quinlan, your race leader, the 55, which is the 24. This always gets confusing, Wheeler, for me as we look at him off of turn number 4. Quinlan, Leon, Byram, your top 3. Now Byram to the 2 spot. Watch his grab for 2nd and 3rd. Holy cow. Right side Romance and left side Lovin'.
Well, this is only going to spell disaster for later on because we might just be going yellow here in a few moments' time as we'll complete lap number 2. But so far, the green flag stays on. Here comes the 54 of Jonathan Byram sliding up in front of Jeffrey Lean. Now Lean back to the inside. O'Brien watching this battle unfold just in front of him. And here comes a slide job back down into 3 and 4. This is going to open up the door for O'Brien to make this a 3-car battle for the final 2 transfer positions.
They'll work him off at turn number 1 and 2. Oh, letting that 54 machine slide it on up. Jonathan Byram working there to the inside of Jeffrey Lee and sliding the crossover move. They'll drive it back to the bottom side. That 54 machine, or the 55 of Leon. Leon in the white 54 now, or Byram in the 54. Now here comes the 44 or the 77 of O'Brien. What a battle. Nobody wanting to go to a B, C, or a D. Wheeler, they come together getting into turn 1.
3 to go that time, bypass the start-finish line. Huey Quillen is driving away from the field down the back straightaway. Lean back to the outside on Byram. Byram going to slide up. Lean cuts back underneath him now. Who's going to have it at the start-finish line? It's going to be Jonathan Murray, but here comes Lean with a slide job back into turn number 3 and 4. You can almost swear we're at the French Open right now watching a tennis match.
Back and forth swinging. It's 15 Love working it on up front. Byram and that 55 of Liam. They'll work it back there. Still, Brad O'Brien, one out. He's got a heck of a battle in front of him. Huey Quinlan, he ain't looking another McLean windshield as he brings it off the turn 4. Checkers out. Quinlan, Byram, and Leon right there at the line. Brad O'Brien tried, but nothing to be had.
Yeah, he just missed out. He went to the top in 3 and 4, and unfortunately probably fell short by about half a tenth of a second. We'll see what the unofficial gap was here. Let's take a look at those official results for you. Heat number 5, Quillen gets the win over Byram and Lean. And look at that. 0.6 of a second rather than 0.5. So it's pretty close on the timing and scoring, but O'Brien going to start in the B main. He'll start out of position number 5. But again, before we even get to that B main, we've got to take a look at your D and C main, and we'll take a look at your starting grid for tonight's D main.
Christopher Murray going to start the 37 on the pole. And to the outside, it's Dalton Durazio in the 97.
Position number 3 is going to be Clayton Rigsby, and AJ Alboreto will start position number 4.
Going to row number 3, it'll be Cole Stryker in the 9, and the 96 is Matt Dixon.
Row number 4 inside will be Connor McGowan will start position 7, and Preston Rigsby in the Need Speed Motorsports 195 will start position number 8.
It'll be Jeffrey Herrick there in the 49, and Joe Bornhorst in the 50 car in row number 5.
Sheldon Coslow, the 46, will start position number 11. Position 12 is going to be Kevin Williamson.
Going to the next row, that'll be row number 7. It'll be Hunter McCoy in the 410, and Bobby Mattingly in the 29.
Paul Mancini for Goon Squad Racing scheduled to start position 15, and Jeremy Steele scheduled to start position number 16. So scheduled to have 16 starters. We take away 5 of them. So we're going to have 11 cars in the D main, and it'll be contested over 10 laps, and the top 4, Jerry, are going to find themselves in the back of the C main. So still a lot of racing for some of these drivers if they were to have the Weet-Bix and run the alphabet soup.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. You talked about the French Open, that, not much of a tennis guy, but I will tell you what, though, I do want to sometime attend the Catalina Wine Mixer, though.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't know what the Catalina Wine Mixer is?
No.
Oh,
you know what
Wheeler.
I know? You know what I know? iRacing.
What?
iRacing and broadcasting.
Oh, so you've never watched any movies or TV or nothing?
Really?
No, I'm asking serious, Wheeler.
Yeah, no.
Never seen the movie You've never seen the movie Step Brothers?
No.
We'll have to ask our winner tonight if he's going to go to the Catalina Wine Mixer. I bet you one of our top 3 interviewers will know. You know what? I do know. Green flag's out for the D main. Here we go. Christopher Murray, Dalton Durazio, 1, 2, and 3 is Barbara Rigsby. Now AJ Alboreto in the 21 car coming to the inside. Look at this. It is going to be on like Donkey Kong to lap number 1.
We've got a car getting turned around at the back. That may have been the 49 of Jeffrey Herrick, and there is our first yellow of the night, and comes courtesy of our D main, and in fact was Jeffrey Herrick in the back there. Take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. It's the 49 just on screen now. I'm pretty sure he had a helping hand from behind. In fact, well, he caught the inside wall, did have a helping hand at the back, but that person that got into the back, and that was Sheldon Coslow. I think it's safe to say that Coslow sort of had nowhere to go on that exchange.
Yes, had pretty much it was all done from there. Nowhere to, as things got pretty closed up on the bottom. So as we stay under the caution flag here for a couple more laps. Got Thanksgiving's around the corner, Wheeler. You got big Thursday turkey plans next week?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
No eating or nothing?
Well, okay, so the last couple of times I've had chicken, it's come back up, so it doesn't want to stay in the old stomach.
But we have turkey on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but
or you can have a ham.
Yeah, no, that's there's not a whole lot I eat now.
Ah, I see.
Give me a meal replacement shake, and I'll have that every day of the week.
How about a Crown and 7?
I don't feel like playing golf today.
I didn't feel like doing that. That's okay. So let's see what happens here. D main. There's that caution flag you talked about, Brett. I was hoping they'd stay away. Hoping they'd...
Yeah, but we've just gone through 5 heat races without seeing it, so...
I know, so we knew it was coming. I was hoping that Stevie the flagman here at Lernerville was going to maybe forgot his yellow flag at home. Not forgetting what to do. It is your race leader, Christopher Murray. He knows that he's got to get on this thing and stand on it if he wants to run the soup tonight. It'll be Murray, your race leader. Durazio to the number 2 spot. AJ Albarita back there. Rigsby in the number 4 spot. They click another one off.
Yeah, lap number 6 is in the books, and Albarita now down to the inside on DeRosa. That's for positions number 2 and 3. And again, top 4 from the D will lock themselves into the back of the C. Here comes Albarita now down to the inside. He'll slide up into the left-hand side of DeRosa. Again, no harm, no foul. DeRosa keeps it going, pointed in a forward direction. Meanwhile, Clayton Rigsby, he's got a whole lot of pressure right now from Matt Dixon. And Dixon in the 96 machine, working the top side into 3 and 4. 2 to go, Jerry.
They'll bring him on down the front. Straightaway Dixon on a mission, working that number 96 to the outside of Barbara Rigsby. Rigsby, now look at this. Kevin Williamson, look at the slide and the crossover move. Holy cow. It's going to be a 5-car race down the back straightaway. Look at this action. Oh, boy, hang tight. It is going to be rock'em sock'em. Down the front, straightaway to the white flag and 1 to go.
Oh, Christopher Murray, AJ Albarita, and Dalton DeRosa look to have locked themselves into the D main. And now into 3 and 4 for the final time. Big move coming out from Rigsby. Oh, he'll take out Dixon. And there could be some consequences for that one. We'll see if race control are going to DQ him. But again, there might be a visit to the trailer for Clayton Rigsby in the number 8 machine.
Or a fight in the pits, one of the two.
Yeah, better get those girls out there and try and break that one up.
That's what they have. They're ring girls for the fights, aren't they? That's what they're here for.
Yeah, we all know there's when things get heated, tempers can flare a little bit.
They sure can. So let's take a look at your official results for your Warrior Logistics Pro Late Model D main. Christopher Murray, AJ Albarita, Dalton DeRazio. Then we'll see Rigsby, Dixon, Williams, Rigsby, Koslow, Stryker, Mattingly, Herrick, McGowan, Bornhorst, McCoy, Mancini, and Steele rounding out the field. You okay? You gonna make it? You need a little drinky drink, or?
No, I just need a nap, mate.
A nap?
Yeah, well.
What time is it? What time is it over there?
Just after 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
On a Monday, right?
On a Monday, yeah, but
that's why it's Monday. That's why you're tired. I mean, I'll be tired tomorrow. I'll be tired on Monday too.
I got Monday-itis. Well,
there you go.
Put it this way, in the last 15 hours, I think I've done. This is the 6th broadcast that I've had to do.
Wheeler, I will say one thing that nobody else will say. You are a very good overachiever.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it. And C-Main, Bill Miller in the Throttle Down Motorsports entry, who starts on pole. Bryson Daffin's lineup out of position number 2.
We appreciate everything you do for us, Wheeler. Benjamin Isler there in the 42 and the 16 of Matthew Logan.
Rolling off out of position 5, it's going to be Cody Slauson, and Brody Orovets will start position number 6.
Going to row number 4 to be Joshua Walton from Australia. In the 81 and the 35, the Goon Squad, Tyler Lapointe.
Bob Klein will start position number 9. Donny Batiste out of position number 10.
Then we will go here to Brenna Weeks in the 22 and John Ruby Jr. in the 48.
And 7th row will be Christopher Murray. AJ Albarita will start positions 13 and 14.
Then we will see Dalton DeRazio and Barbara Rigsby out of the D main, working their way through. See if we can make something happen here as getting ready for the green flag here in the C main. Cars transferring on, some going home. And speaking of going, they'll all go to turn number 1 and 2, where it will be Billy Miller on out front, that 34, Bryce Daffron. And now it is a battle between Orovitz and Eastler for the number 3 spot.
Yeah, here comes Walton in that number 81 machine. He was good in his heat race until he fell off the edge of the racetrack in turn number 3 and 4. That's the black and blue Momentum Simsports entry, working the top side into turn number 3 and 4. And we are yellow just as we come to complete lap number 2.
Yellow flag on the racetrack. We'll take a look at the Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay here, and as action gets fast and furious deep in the field, these guys that came out of the D main kind of getting together, and then whip, around goes a pair of them over there in turn number 1 and 2. AJ Alvarado there in the 22, which is the 21 on your scorecard. Gets a little crossed up, and then there was really nowhere to go for the 6 machine, as almost upside down was the 21.
Very lucky not to go upside down, I gotta say. Normally you see those late models get up on 2 wheels and they bike up, and we see them 9 out of 10 times, I'd say. They end up going upside down, but he done well of AJ Alvarado not to get that car. You see Matthew Logan, Cody Slauson, they actually did not grid for the C main as well, and just like what we've seen in the D main, Jerry, the top 4, they're going to make it to the back of the B main, and again, as we move now forward towards the A main, more cars are going to be eliminated from the event here tonight.
Like you said there, Wheeler looking for 4 to go. The rest will have to come back next Sunday for the Warrior Logistics World of Thunder Esports League Racing. We'll see if we can get 4 of them out of this one and see if anybody is able to run through the soup, make things happen. It is Bill Miller, the 34 machine, your race leader. Bryson Daffrin, Brody Orvitz. That's your top 3 transfer cars right now as we go back to the green flag. We're halfway home on this one.
6 down, 6 to run this time by. It's Bill Miller in the 34 entry. He leads Bryson Daffin. Now the battle resumes between Orovets and Isla down into 3 and 4. 1 car off the racetrack. That might be Bob Klein in the 7 machine. We're going to stay green this time. By now, we're halfway home in tonight's C main.
Cross flags meeting and greeting the race leaders as they hustle down the back straightaway now. There is your battle on the racetrack. Easler in the number 4 spot. He is your final transfer car. Can he hang tight? Can he keep it there? They'll race down to the turn 1 and 2. Watch the 81 machine. Josh Walton. Walton coming on down to the bottom of the 42 machine as the yellow flag is out.
All right, let's take a look at what happened here on your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. AJ Alvarado, Tyler LaPointe, and Clayton Reesby, the drivers, getting involved here in an incident. LaPointe goes off the racetrack, comes back on, and Reesby, well, I'm pretty sure he looked like he made it a point to turn AJ Alvarado in turn number 3 and 4. We might just be seeing we might just be seeing a pro late model come towards us here in turns 3 and 4.
Whee!
Again,
not what we needed to see.
No, certainly questionable call there from some of these drivers.
Yes, here in the States we call that questionable driving. It's not the question of did you mean to do it or the question of did you do it, but the question was you made contact and you are questionably driving. Exactly what happened over there in turn 3 and 4.
One question you can't really ask is did you get him, because when you go flying off towards the grandstand in turns 3 and 4, there's a good chance that you did get him.
Yeah, you pretty much did. Hey, catch that car coming at us.
And another one, was it worth it?
Exactly. And the third and final question, would you do it again?
And if so, when? I mean, we can go on all night about this. We can just keep asking.
We sure could.
I'll tell you what we are going to do, though. We're going to turn the lights off on the pace track. We're going to send him back to the infield, and we're going to go green-white checker here on the C main.
I love it. I love it. Here we go. Green flag getting ready to come back on the racetrack, looking for the final 4 out of this one to make their way in as we hustle on down the front straightaway. Bill Miller, Bryce Daffrin, Brody Orvitz, and Benjamin Easler. Those right now your top 4, but look at this. 4th is up for grabs. It is going to be on like Donkey Kong. Holy cow. They'll work him on down into turn number 3 and 4. They'll bring him down to the white flag. 1 to go, and it is on. Look at this, the top 4. Anything could change. Miller, Daffrin, Walton, and Easler. Orvitz blinked out, came back as they worked down. They're crashing for the lead. Holy cow. Watch him off at turn number 4. Hang on. I have no idea what happened there, Wheeler. Top 2 cars were transferred, and I believe We'll see how they score this one out. We might want to go back and look at some replays on that. That got crazy. So it's going to be Brody Orvitz, Bryson Daffrin, Benjamin Easler, and Bill Miller all going to the B main. Weeks, Walton, Ruby, Murray, Alberita, Klein, Batiste, LaPointe, DeRosso, Rigsby, Logan, and Swanson all going to the trailer.
Wow, that was a wild one.
I'm trying to figure out what actually happened there, but we'll have to go back and watch it on the Facebook Live replay. So let's see Trent Hitchens, the 92 on the pole here of your B main. To the outside is Jordan Gage in the 13.
Cole Patrick, the 111, starts position 3. Tyler Hagwood to his outside position 4.
Going to row number 3, it'll be Brad O'Brien driving the 44 Montezuma Sim Sports machine. It is outside the Speed Incorporated $1 Million Motorsports. Dustin Sizemore in the 011.
Brandon Freeberg will start position 7 to his outside. Tom Dawson, position number 8.
Going to row number 5, it'll be Eric York in the 89 and Michael Blessing in the 4.
Jace Lim will start position number 11. Keaton Holder will start position number 12.
Then we'll go to positions 13 and 14th out of the B main. Brody Orovitz in the 3, Bryson Daffrin in the 18.
And your final row, Benjamin Easler will start 15th, and Bill Miller will start position number 16. There we go, 16 cars on the racetrack. All 16 have made their way behind the racing.com pace track. And Jared, we're going to take the top 7. So 7 will be the magical number to lock in 22 cars for your 40-lap main event.
We will see what we can get out of this one. 7 is the magic number, so we'll see if we can get them transferred on in and tag the back half of the field. Looking for the green flag. It is waving in the starter stand. It'll be side by side down the front straightaway. Jordan Gage and Trent Hitchens working up there in the front row. 111 of Cole Patrick and the triple deuce at Tyler Hagwood. Hagwood right now, they're the number 3 spot as they work them on in. Look at this. It's going to be touch and go off at turn number 4.
Well, we might be going yellow here in the B main. We'll make it a 3rd consecutive race, and there it is. Yellow flag is out, and I'm afraid to say that I think that Cole Patrick and getting into the back of Tyler Hagwood there. I'm not sure whether something had happened between those two drivers, but I'm sure that Tyler Hagwood would not be impressed with that one. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. I believe it was Benjamin Easler in the scored as the 42, but it might be the 3 on the screen. Oh, one car upside down. That's Easler there, in fact. And the car that went upside down happens to be Eric York, and a little bit of a spectacular roll.
Yes. I want to see what happened after the caution was displayed.
Oh, you got it. You know what? Ask and you shall receive.
Yes. Let's see what... let's tune up here a little bit between the 111 and
so the yellow's out already. The yellow's out there. Just...
Oh, I know what happened there, Wheeler. The 111 was driving at the hood pin. And his receiver wasn't working. He didn't hear race control say yellow, yellow, yellow.
Okay. Yep. But you know what? Let's go to this. Let's go to this view, and we'll do it when they come down the back straightaway. Now it was it the triple deuce that got hit?
Yes. Triple deuce got now. Yeah, the 111 did the running.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, you can tell. Look at the left front on that hood.
Either way, it's Sizemore's fault. That's really all. It's always Sizemore's fault.
That's exactly right. I couldn't have picked a better camera angle to go on that one. But here we go. Lap number 5 is in the books. 9 remaining here at the virtual Lernerville Speedway. The World of Thunder Esports League, the Warrior Logistics Pro Late Models. Your B main is back underway with Jordan Gage, Trent Hitchens, Dustin Sizemore. I'll talk to you about Sizemore during the next caution that we have, but right now he runs in 3rd position.
I hope we don't get to do that in a while, because I want to see this one get a good green flag run together, as it is Gage, Hitchens, Sizemore, and Patrick. Brad O'Brien in the 44 machine 1 out looking in. Of course, that's a 77, and there's that caution flag. Maybe for the 20 or the triple deuce of Tyler Hagwood.
Yeah, that was triple deuce again. So he's at a he's had a couple of laps that he would rather forget in the B main, that's for sure. And it all started before the yellow come out on the first yellow. But again, we take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Just gets a little loose in front of the one machine. Now that's going to be Michael Blessing in that one. But going back to the Dustin Sizemore thing, he was actually leading a main event here tonight, and I think it was at about lap I want to say about 12 or 13. He had some mechanical issues to where it actually dropped him out of the server.
Ooh, that's never any good.
No, and he was actually at the point of the race where we're just coming to the green, and he dropped out just as we came into turns 3 and turn 4 as they were coming to greet the green flag there on the restart, and sort of spoke to him afterwards, and he was pretty adamant that he was going to win the race. And I mean, when you got the likes of Evan C and Blake Majulis, in your race, actually might have been the fixed pro late models earlier tonight. So I mean, he's got the experience to run up front. He just needs to get that lady luck on his side, and maybe that lady luck is sitting over on the entry into turn number 3 down there, just below the grass.
Yes, maybe she's hanging out in the boats waiting to go for a ride. You never know. So we'll see what happens. She'd like to go to the A. Of course, everybody wants to find a dancing partner and make themselves into the A main and dance their way to a victory for tonight's Warrior Logistics Esports World of Thunder Esports League A main. We'll see what happens though, as Jordan Gage going to roll that machine to the top of the racetrack. It'll be Dustin Sizemore, Hitchens, Patrick. Watch him off at turn number 4 or 2 down the front straightaway. Cole Patrick going to see Tom Dawson. Dawson and the Deuce working into the 4th and final transfer spot.
Oh, look out. There goes Brad O'Brien. 3 and 4 wide on the front straightaway. Cars scattering everywhere on the front straightaway. We've got 2.5 to run. And right now, Brendan Freeberg in the final transfer spot as we go yellow. And man, we're going to rack them and stack them back up. And we're going to have one final shot at this one, hopefully.
We will have to see what happens. Is this one going to come right down to the end? Looking for 4, watching the replay here. Things just get a little, they get a little aggressive back there, racing for not for last. The Michael Blessing there. Boom. Crash. Things go around. Does a nice 360, but unfortunately in the server they sensed enough of non-wheel movement, so out came the yellow flag.
Well, hopefully we're getting the yellow flag, all these yellow flags out of the way, and hopefully our A main and is going to be a lot better than what we've seen in these preliminary mains. But when we come to the A main, we've got Evan C starting on pole. We've got Blake Majulis starting out of position number 2. We've seen those drivers already, not only tonight, but throughout the course of the season. Those 2 drivers have been, by far the best and the most consistent when it comes to the World of Thunder Esports League. Again, they're going to have a shot and an opportunity to put something on here in the Warrior Logistics Pro late models.
We'll see what happens. Wheeler, how's the weather down there?
Oh, it is hot.
You're getting into summer, and I've been watching some of the midget, the Western Spring Speedway stuff. Been watching a little midget action from down your neck of the country.
Yeah, I didn't see that. So today is about 106 Fahrenheit.
Well, that ain't bad. What is it Celsius? Because I always wonder how the
41 degrees Celsius.
See, when you put it that way, it sounds a lot colder. Speaking of colder, nobody wants to be any cooler and cool down them tires, so we'll see what happens. So it'll be Holder. Look at that. Keaton Holder working down on the bottom of the racetrack, slides it on up, lays that dangerous right rear quarter panel. They're crashing. They're deep in the field. White's coming out. Here we go, Wheeler, looking for 4.
Oh, boy, I don't know what we're looking for right now. Into turn number 3 and 4, what Dustin Sizemore. He's already looking at the twin checkers right now in the B main. Again, the top 7 is where you want to be. Dustin Sizemore wins. Dawson home in 2nd. Gage, Lean, and Freeberg, the top 5. Orovets and Brad O'Brien unofficially going to get your 7th and final transfer position. That is preliminary action complete here from the virtual Lernerville Speedway. And we'll just have to wait for those official B main results to come through. But you can see Dustin Sizemore here pulling up on the front stretch and maybe just waving to some of those fans, some of those lovely girls in the crowd as we see Sizemore officially your race winner. Dawson, Gage, Lean, Freeberg, Orovitz, and O'Brien will get your 7 spots in tonight's main event. There's Jerry. We've got about a minute warm-up session. There's no point sending it to a break because I'm sure there's stuff we can talk about.
Yes. What do we got here? 40 lapper tonight?
Yes, sir. 40 laps, 22 cars. Just look how slick the track is already getting. From the middle part of the raceway all the way to the top. You got that one thin line of grip on the top side, but it's very thin because what they've got to deal with is the edge of the cushion on the racetrack, and if they get over that, well, we've already seen what can happen to those race cars. Yeah,
you get too far over the top of this thing, or you hang that right rear on the outside and look out. It can be a calamination, as things will go to the non-good side of the racetrack, and you'll end up out there with the boats and the buses and pretty girls down there hanging out looking for things. Don't want to end up off the top of turn 1 too far because the ambulance sits out there, and you don't need to go find the ambulance.
Absolutely not. Tell you what we are going to find. We're going to find our Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for tonight's Warrior Logistics Pro Late Models, your main event.
On the pole, it's going to be Evan C. in the 33, and he is outside. He's looking to not be the bridesmaid to this racer in the third race of the night. It'll be Blake Majulis, the 127.
Brett Rolls of Vanderpool Racing, entry 17R, will start position 3 to his outside. The $269 million Motorsports entry, that is James Grace, position number 4.
Going to row number 3, it's Huey Quinlan, the 23, and Hagen Sorensen drives the 45 machine.
Jesse Wall will roll off out of position number 7, and Thomas Suttles will start position number 8.
Going to 9 and 10, it's Nick Baum, the 99, and the 10th place starter, Jonathan Byram, the 54.
Driving for D1RT Racing virtually in caliber 13, Jerry Flippo starts position at number 11 to his outside, driving the 15X. The Tanner Folds Racing entry out of position 12, that is Tanner Folds.
Going to row number 7, it'll be Bobby Hansen, the 51, and Jonathan DeVries driving the 151.
Jeffrey Lean will roll off out of position number 15 to his outside. Position 16, your B main winner, the Speed Inc. $1 Million Motorsports. It's all his fault in car number 11. It's Dustin Sizemore.
Going to row number 9, it'll be Tom Dawson, the 2, and Jordan Gage in the 13.
Jace Lean in the 24 will start position number 19, and Brandon Freeberg outside the 10th row, position number 20.
Going to row number 11, it'll be Brody Orvitz in the 3 car, and Brad O'Brien in the 44 machine, driving the Momentum Sim Sports machine.
All right, well, I've already picked Blake Majulis. Who have you got? You gonna go the guy on the inside?
Yeah, I'll take Evan. That's who I took last time. I didn't put my note on the break room wall or anything like that. So, you know what? You take Majulis. I'll just take the rest of the field.
That seems very unfair. 1 versus 21.
Well, you've got a 1 in 20. You've got a 1 in 21 odd shot to win. Your Vegas odds, I think your Vegas odds are good. But I know that Evan C. is going to be fighting. He is going to be loaded for bear, and he's going to get the whole shot. Take the lead. Watch that 33 machine as he'll hustle on down the back straightaway. See your race leader. Then it's Majulis, Grace. Now Rowell's working the 17 car up there as we work lap number 1 of 40 with the green flag still waving.
Yeah, Majulis going to the bottom side, down into 1 and 2. He catches a piece of the grass with the left front tyre. That onset of the race car. That allows James Grace now to close in on the back of the D1RT number 127. The first iRacing World of Outlaws Morton's Building late model champion, who now finds himself running second on the bottom side. Look at the left front, really pick up on the exit of turn number 2, Jerry.
Down the back straightaway, battle is on for second. Evan C. is gone on this one. Look at this. Sorensen, Hagen Sorensen going to work on the outside of Brett Rowells. Rowells is going to see Sorensen come to the number 3 spot. Remember, Sorensen followed Majulis and C to the super late model 3rd place finish. He'd like to get on around James Grace in that 269 and see the same top 3 up there in the pros tonight.
Now again, we work lap number 5 right now of 40, and we're about to complete lap number 5. We go back a little deeper in the field right now. We got the 54 entry of Jonathan Byram on the top side. Behind him, Jerry Flippo in the 13 machine, sorry. Jesse Wall driving car number 2. He'll now make a 3 wide on the inside, down into turn number 1 and 2. Boy, oh boy, they're really starting to make some moves deep in the field and so very early on in this main event, Jerry.
They're moving and shaking deep in the field. Like you said, Jerry Filippo, Jesse Wall, Tanner Folds, and Jeffrey Leon back there. Those 4 cars working their way off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Front 2 cars have broken away from the field, but this move right there, hang on. Boy, the dreaded right rear got him on a bad slider. As we will stay to the green, everybody going to keep her moving down the back straightaway.
Everybody doing a nice job right now as here comes Hagen Sorensen closing in on James Grace in the $1 Million Motorsports 269 machine down into turn number 1 and 2. You see Grace, he runs a short slider from the middle. He doesn't go all the way up to the edge of the racetrack, whereas Hagen Sorensen, he's just got that right rear glued to the lip right now, and he is really starting to motor along and catch up to the back of James Grace.
Watch this. It's Sorensen. Might have the trick set up on tonight in that 45 machine. Down the back straightaway chasing James Grace. Grace right now has got a handful of him. Off at turn number 4. Still a lot of laps as we are just a fourth of the way through this one. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Grace, you've got company, and it is a young racer out of Western Iowa. That's Hagen Sorensen.
We'll take a look around on board right now with Hagen Sorensen. And Jerry, just you can just listen to the throttle control that this young kid has here on iRacing. It's such a fine art to not just spin the tires and just hold it flat foot. As the yellow flag comes out first time tonight, as boy oh boy, this battle for 3rd and 4th was really starting to heat up. We'll have to take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Not getting anything, so maybe there was maybe one of those ladies happened to walk out from the bus and not pull the skirt down properly.
Yeah, probably one of those introverted yellows. It was a premature caution flag from Stevie, the starter here tonight. So we'll see. You got a replay?
No, story of my life. Premature.
Well, that'll happen quickly as we go back to the green flag here just momentarily. It will be. Timing and scoring keeps messing up. I know. Hey, it's my pick, Evan C. leading your pick. The bridesmaid right now, Blake Majulis, the 127. James Grace, Hagen Sorensen, Brett Rowell's running out your top 5 on the speedway.
Yeah, look, I had to tell Blake to let somebody else win. Otherwise, there was going to be some controversy in chat, and the drivers are not going to be happy to continue to see Blake win. But man, oh man, the kid's got some talent.
I mean, when you're good, you're good. I mean, excuse me. When you've got it, you've got it. I mean, you just got to keep. It's not because he's not testing and tuning. It's not just because he's he doesn't just strap into that thing and just expect it to be fast. Just like a real race car. Races are won in the shop, and races are won when you're practicing all week long. And that's what they do is they work them on down into turn number 1 and 2. These guys. They work behind the wheel. So when it comes to Sunday night World of Thunder Esports League Racing, they are sharp as a knife as they work them down for turn number 4.
And Sorensen made the pass there on James Grace into turn number 3 and 4. Brett Rolls now trying the inside. You got Jonathan Barham as well in the 54 having a good battle. But right now, Evan C. continues to lead TM Hoppett's boyfriend, Blake Majulis, in the 127. Just a car length separating about 0.3 of a second right now. Still plenty of laps to go. We work on lap number 15 of 40. This time by, we have 15 complete and 25 to run.
They'll still working the same on up front. Tia, she's working the sticks, telling Blake he's got company coming with Sorensen as we go back to the caution. Yellow flag back on the racetrack.
All right. I have found the culprits. I'll say culprits because there is more than one. Look at these cars stacked up, nearly 4 and 5 wide. Brad O'Brien in the 77 machine just gets into Tanner Falls. And then O'Brien trying to get off the side there of Tanner Folds. He actually purposely drove it off the racetrack, and Nick Baum ends up going around in the 02 machine. So that's the reason why the yellow flag is out for the second time in the main event. And so far we're We're 15 or 16 laps in. I'll make that 15, and we've only had just the 2 cautions. But man, it's gonna be tough to get by that 33 of Evan C. That's for sure.
It is. I mean, you put him out front like that, and he maintains that line. I mean, you've got to take it from him if you want it. You either got to get it the right way or get it the wrong way. And if you get it the wrong way, you might not get it at all because race control might say, hey, that was a little too much contact and things like that. But, man, you put a couple world-class drivers up front like that, Majulis and C, you guarantee it is going to be lights out racing. Hagen Sorensen now going to work the bottom of the racetrack. They're row number 2. Watch the green flag come out. Sorensen's going to get a run to the inside of Blake Majulis. Now he'll follow the tire tracks, and here comes the 269 working there. They get together back there deeper in the field. Huey Quinlan working there, and look at this. Sorensen still going to pester the spoiler of Blake Majulis.
Oh, you take a look at the guys out in front. C and Majulis, they qualified 1 and 2. They finished heats 1 and 2 in the winning position as the yellow flag comes out. Just as I was going to say, Hagen Sorensen actually finished second in heat race number 3, so he had to start position number 6, and at least he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get by these 2 drivers out in front. But again, the yellow flag coming out here. I believe we had I want to say Bobby Hunts here who was crashed. Again, we'll take a look at your Ultimate Dirt 3 instant replay. The number 8 machine on the top side of the racetrack. Oh, just gets those right side tyres off, comes back on just in front of the 13. That'll be Jordan Gage. And poor old Bobby Hunts, who we've seen the lady racer Jennifer Hunts work to the racetrack earlier this evening in the DirtFan.com Fixed Pro Late Models. I believe she ran some modifieds as well.
So you just see it here at Lernerville. You get off the top of the racetrack, and then he had to bring it back, and then made contact, and then junior flagman Zach Heidebrink throws the caution here as Bobby Hunt's just right there. You see it, gets out there, and then, of course, gravity kicks in and speeds things up across the grass as the dew settles in here on a beautiful night.
You see that car bounce down the racetrack?
I know. Yeah, it's crazy how these, how like we say, how almost real like this stuff looks when you're watching it here on the iRacing.
Honestly, it's been the best inception over the last nearly 4 years, and to where I come from on a different platform, to finally see iRacing come out with dirt again, it's just been a wonderful opportunity that they've given not only me but millions of people around the world to get a grasp on. But here we go, we work lap number 18, so about 3 laps away, make it 2 laps away from the halfway stage of this main event, the Warrior Logistics Pro Late Models, and it's still Evan C continuing to lead at the front of the field.
Then we're going to see Majulis, Sorensen, and the 269 of James Grace. That's your top 4 down the back straightaway. This time they'll come to the starter stand. They will be meeting and greeting the cross sticks. We're halfway home on this one. Everybody kind of staying to the top, going to mar and marry to the top of the racetrack. Bottom may have gone away early in this one as we are cautioned once again.
And just some stuff happening in the back here. Tanner Folds, the 15X machine. Just got a bit of a slaughter there from Jason Lean. And look at him, 3 wide. O'Brien now nearly making it 4 wide. And, well, I don't think Folds was too happy about that one with that short slider in 1 and 2. It didn't look like that he wanted to turn in all that much.
We'll watch it here. To the bottom, letter E. Nope. Contact, took a look up under the skirt, and then here comes the retaliation down into turn number 3 as it is going to narrow up. 8 wheels are, well, in this case 12 wheels are better than 4. It doesn't matter either way. All 12 wheels went spinning off the top of turn number 3 and 4.
All right, yellow flag back out again, just so close to the half race distance here in the Warrior Logistics Pro Late Model main event. We got Brody Orovets out along with Tom Dawson out of the event, so 20 cars still left on the speedway. The lights should go out this time by And we're going to be set for a 1 in the green. Barney, the R-Racing flagman, along with his, what's his little mate's name?
His name's Zach, little Zach Heidebrink, all the way from Brainerd, Minnesota, helping out tonight.
All right, getting ready to wave the green flag this time by.
Yep, his mom brought him.
That was an assumption that I was prepared to make.
Well, I mean, his dad could have brought him too. Maybe his mom and dad both brought him to the races. Because I guarantee it wasn't his girlfriend. I know that. So the green flag's up. It's up. It's out. We'll race him on down the back straightaway. It is still that 33 at Evan C. Blake Majulis. Hagen Sorensen, 1, 2, 3, and 4th is still James Grace as they lock him down to the top.
Everybody starting to the top side down into turn number 1 and 2. There goes the 15. Well, that might even be the 05 there of Thomas Suttles now working on the inside. There it is, the 05. Sorry, I called that the 15 on the inside of Jerry Flippo. He went low down into 1 and 2. And Majulis has been pretty good around Lernerville as here comes the slide job from Byram in the 54 on Huey Quillen. Quillen now ducked back to the inside. Now look at Jerry Flippo starting to make some noise and trying to get inside the top 5.
Everybody being easy. They know the sliders are coming. You just either got to A, protect it, or B, know it's coming and turn the wheel and drive down on it just like they do right there down the back straightaway. As now it'll cross it on over. Look at this battle deep in the field between Filippo, Byram, and Suttles. They'll work on down into turn number 1 and 2. Down to the bottom of the racetrack as Byram slides it back across. Quinlan will drive back down and around. Man, this is exciting to watch, and these 3 drivers here have not leaned on each other. They've been clean and green the last 3-4 laps.
Now look at Sorensen and Grace. Oh, Quillen goes off the racetrack. Oh no, Sorensen off the racetrack. He'll come back on. He's going to be 3 wide now. The slide jobs come out. Sorensen, man, he's going to cut it back underneath Flippo now. And Sorensen slipped out of the top 5 for a split second. Now drives his way back into position number 5. Oh, Flippo off the edge of the racetrack. About 3 or 4 cars have gone off in turn number 1 and 2. Flippo's going to look to come back onto the racetrack safely, but so far we are still green, and Flippo just trying to get that 13 on. We may see the AAA yellow flag coming out in just a few moments' time.
We'll see what happens as we stay clean and green. Like you said, it is a treacherous road to hoe over there in turn number 2. You're either on it or off of it. Still see Majulis, Byram, Sorensen, Rowells, now Suttles there. Look at this back up front as they hurry off a 2 and down the back straightaway.
Well, this time by, we will see 11 laps remaining for your race leader down into 1 and 2. And Jerry, we're starting to catch the drivers or the back markers in this field, and lap traffic may just play a big part in this one. There is about a 2-second gap from Majulis, from C back to Majulis, and then 7/10 of a second back to James Grace. So James Grace, he's not letting Majulis get out too far in front. And I've got to say, the man that's picked up the most spots, how about Brandon Freeberg in the 171 machine? He is up. If he sits in 9th position at the moment, he's up 11 positions. He started on the outside of the 10th row. That's position 20 for people that can't count.
They'll hustle on down. That's to me to be one of them. I appreciate the help. Evan C., Blake Majulis, Grace, Byram, Sorensen. Look at this. Here comes Brandon Freeberg. Freeberg in the 171 trying to make and put some moves on Jeffrey Leon in the 55 right ahead of him. Like we said, everything has gone top dominant on this one. You've got to try to throw to the bottom and see if something happens, and right there it may have for the driver of the 2 car, which is actually the 015 of Tanner Folds. Folds down around the bottom as they hustle down the front straightaway.
Yeah, good battle going on inside the top 10 positions right now. Jesse Wall driving the number 2 machine. He'll make the move there on Brandon Freeberg. Tanner Folds again just on the outside looking into the top 10. He's having his own battle there with Dustin Sizemore. Meanwhile, your race leader, he is really starting to hit some lap traffic. He's about to put Brad O'Brien in 17th position, car 77, a lap down as he gets 5 fingers from the flagman. 5 laps left to run here around Lernerville.
5 down, now looking at 4. Look at this, Evan C. trying. You know, he's not wanting to be the bridesmaid, and well, if it ends this way, Blake Majulis, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, just like Meatloaf sang, if he can go to that number 2 spot. Right behind him is Brynham, and look at this. Here comes a 269 of Grace. Byram threw the slider on him. We'll try it one more time. Now they work the back of lap traffic, running the 269 of Grace up the hill.
Oh, I said earlier on that lap traffic will always play its part, and it may have just cost James Grace a podium here in the Warrior Logistics Pro Late Models main event. That time by your leader into turn number 1 and 2. The popsicle sticks have been shown. Evan C. looking to put the 33 machine back into victory lane where he rightly feels that it should be. Jerry, white flag is out. Wonder Run, you can bring us home.
They'll go down to turn number 1 and 2. Final time. Evan C. right there, your leader, working heavy lap traffic. Majulis, Byram, and Grace, that's your top 4. Makes them final 2 left-hand turns, and finally tonight on the World of Thunder Esports League picks up the Warrior Logistics Pro Late Model A-Main, Evan C. in the 33, Blake Majulis, Jonathan Byram, James Grace, Hagen Sorensen, Brett Rowles, Thomas Suttles, Jesse Wall, Jeffrey Leon, and Brandon Freeberg, rounding out your top 10.
Well, I think the last time that we caught the yellow flag may have been at about lap number 19, I think it was. I don't lap 20, so what I'm getting there. So, I mean, we've just gone basically half the race, and we've done it under the green flag conditions. So, well done. Let's take a look at those official race results for you. For the main event, Evan C. confirmed winner here tonight at a big margin, 2.3 seconds over the 127 entry of Blake Majulis. And how about the 54 of Jonathan Byram? He started position at number 10, and he drives to a third place finish. Man, what a way to put your name in the Warrior Logistics Pro late model scene.
Yes, that's the way to do it. Make her put her a podium finish. Like we said, James Grace, Hagen Sorensen, Brett Rowles, Thomas Suttles, Jesse Wall, Jeffrey Leon, Brandon Freeberg, Dustin, not my fault, Sizemore, there to the 11th spot, Tanner Folds, Jerry Filippo, Huey Quinlan, Jordan Gage, Jonathan DeVries, Brad O'Brien, Nick Baum. Then we'll see Bobby Hunts, Jesse Leon, Brody Orovitz, Tom Dawson, rounding out the field here in your World of Thunder Esports League Warrior Logistics Pro Late Models at Virtual Lernerville, and man, it was amazing.
Yeah,
main event.
It certainly was. What we'll do, ladies and gentlemen, we'll step aside quickly here on Ultimate Dirt TV and come back in just a few moments' time, and hopefully we'll chat to the drivers from the podium here at the virtual Lernerville Speedway, the World of Thunder Esports League, the Warrior Logistics Pro Late Models. Well done to Evan C. We'll take a quick break and come back on the other side of this. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage for the World of Thunder Esports League. It is the Warrior Logistics Pro Late Models. Your main event is completed. Let's throw it down to Jerry Vansicle, who is standing by with your winner.
Evan, finally saving the best for last, picking up the Warrior Logistics Pro Late Model A-Main. And, man, looked like once you kind of got the whole shot there at the beginning of this one, you just knew you had to keep her up on the lip, didn't you?
Oh yeah, definitely knew it was going to have a pretty good setup for the pro late models here. We were fast in the supers, and I felt like that was kind of going to translate over for the pros here for us. And just change it up in qualifying. Got a little bit better. Qualified second in the supers, so was able to get pole here. And I knew if I could start up front, we'd have a pretty good piece for the feature there. And I don't know if I could have gotten set up any better. As about as good as I could have wanted on this track, and was able to get some green flag runs there, which was pretty nice in this race. And like I said it was about as good as you could get it, and this felt good.
Yeah, at least in this one, you didn't have to run from the back to the front after starting up on front. But we talk about this, this league, the league here. I mean, the Pro Late models. I mean, 55 of them checked in tonight. I mean, it's always a pretty good stellar field of cars here on the Pro Series and the Pro Late models, isn't it?
Oh yeah, anytime World of Thunder has a race, there's a ton of fast guys that show up. There's not as many as there has been. I feel like the last couple of weeks. I don't know, some of them didn't show up tonight, but still a lot of fast guys tonight. I mean, Blake, he's always going to be fast. So I mean, I ran second to him the first two races. So I mean, he's going to be fast. Like I said, we just had a good race. I knew if we could start up front and get the lead there on lap one, I felt pretty good about it.
Well, there you go. Who do you want to thank for making the hot rod look good, making her turn circles, and all that great stuff?
Yes, I got to thank all the guys at Team VLR, FTP, Iris and iFlag, Kevin Dedman, his band, Dirty Grass Soy, Jim Emery, Next Level Designs for all the paints. Let's see, just thank y'all for doing the broadcast, and for Steven putting on a series. It's been fun.
All right. Well, congratulations, and hopefully we'll do this again. Maybe you and Blake can flip it up next week, and we talk to you 2 times in Victory Lane and him 1. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, I mean, you never know as fast as he is. Like I said, who knows who will win one, or 500 seconds. So I guess we'll just have to find out.
There we go. Well, great run tonight, and all 3 of them. And way to cap it off with a feature win.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that's Evan C. picking up your Warrior Logistics A main event, the 40 lapper, and you down by the big hauler by TC's hauler? Did you find second place winner or second place finisher there, Wheeler?
Yeah, I did. I found the first place loser, Tia Moppett's boyfriend, and no doubt she would be very disappointed at his second place run. But tell you what, Blake Majulis, second place tonight. It looked like you somewhat struggled here in the feature event, and Evan C just too good here on the night.
Yeah, it's too bad. Almost went 3 for 3. But he was just straight up better in this deal. So it is what it is, and we'll move on to next week.
All right, look, we're going to step aside, but we've got to get Tia on the mic for a minute. You just put her on for a second.
Yeah,
we are literally going to hijack this interview right now. We're going to come back.
Yes, we're going to talk to the car owner, the real winner tonight, the car owner.
You've got me. I'm here.
How disappointed are you that he didn't go 3 for 3 tonight? Because I got to admit, I'm pretty disappointed, considering I've picked him for the rest of the season.
Well, I was sitting here, and I'm like, Blake, you got to make that move, and he just didn't want to do it. Yeah, we're pretty disappointed. He's not going to have a good night.
Well, we'll have to get him sorted out for the next race. That's for sure. We'll have to we'll get those pogo sticks out that you used to whip him up and get him back into shape. All right, let's go back to Blake. Thank you for your time, Tia.
Car owners will always tell you how it is. They will not. They don't hold back, do they, Wheeler?
No, absolutely not. And yeah, she's got every right to be a little upset. But anyway, let's go back to Blake. Second place tonight. We take a look at your last 3 races here at Lernerville tonight. 2 first and a second. Considering that you're not in your normal equipment, that's not a bad night. Considering that coming into the night you were again very questionable on your own abilities in different equipment.
Yeah, I was pretty sporty all night. Like I said before, I didn't think I'd do too good tonight, but to come home with 2 wins in a second is a pretty good night for sure.
All right, Blake. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll wrap this thing up, and no doubt there's plenty of people behind the scenes, plenty of sponsors on this race card that need to be thanked. So before we let you go, of course, we'll let you give those shout-outs.
Yeah, just D1RT Racing, everybody over there, ML Performance, Sim Seats, Folds Graphics, UDTV, you guys for all your time. I appreciate it. And Bighorn Taxidermy and everybody that watched tonight. Thank you.
All right, there we go. Blake Majulis home in second spot. Now, I'm assuming this is going to be third place, Jerry, who you might be standing by with.
Let's take a look here. Third place finisher here tonight. Oh, we got a replay coming up. What's going on, Wheeler? There we go. There we go. I see what we got. Jonathan, nice run tonight. They're hanging on and coming through and working the sliders to make it happen.
Appreciate it.
Walk us through that one. We kind of talked about, she went top dominant as it was fast up there, and you knew you had to do them. You had to throw the sliders on them and hopefully get a handful of them that stuck, and you were pretty successful at them coming up through the field.
It was very stressful. We give it all we had.
So you just kind of hang on, just pucker up and see what happens.
Pretty much.
I mean, we saw some guys do that in the supers and take some guys out, but luckily he was able to clear everybody and, like you said, not get them to drive underneath. So, how's the year been going for you here on the league?
It's actually my first one in here in the league.
No kidding. Where you been?
Working.
On Sunday?
Resting most time on Sunday. Ready for work on Monday.
There you go. Well, good looking Hot Rod. Who do you want to thank for the win tonight?
For
the third place.
Power equipment. Huge shout out to Ryan Underwood with all the help with the setups and driving. My team Make 'em Cry Again. Motorsports for all the help.
Well, there you go. We'll hopefully see you back next Sunday. Get rested up. Of course, it's off to if anything, get a case of the Mondays. And if you need an excuse, let me know. I've written many excuses for myself that work that I haven't been fired for yet, Wheeler.
It's real simple. You got Monday-itis.
Yeah, exactly. There's one time, Wheeler, I told them I had an eye problem, and they said, "What's that?" I said, "I can't see myself coming into work today, so I will not be there." So
you know what?
Great couple.
I could have seen that one coming.
See, I'm not sure if in Blake's interview if Tia was in the background laughing at us or laughing at him, but either way, glad everybody enjoyed the Warrior Logistics Pro late models here from Lernerville. What's on the docket for next Sunday, Wheeler?
Knoxville Raceway.
Ooh, see, I got to get rested up because I actually next Saturday do a little actual outdoor car race announcing down in southern Missouri, and then make my way back to Des Moines and be hopefully all tuned up to do a little call the action from the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway, just located here in south central Iowa. Of course, probably one of the more famous racetracks in the world.
Absolutely. Well, Jerry, thank you very much for your time, of course, with the Super Late Models early with Zach, and for myself, we're here with the Pro Late Models. We'll certainly have you back on sometime, hopefully during the week, and if not, whenever you get a chance. But like I said, you're always welcome here.
All you do. Hey, Wheeler, Wheeler, there's a gal behind the flag stand waving. I think I found one of them announcer lizards. I found an announcer lizard. I got to go. We'll see you next week.
I'll tell you what, you have her. I'll wrap the show up. All right. Big thanks to, of course, Warrior Logistics with the Pro Late Models and their sponsorship here with the World of Thunder Esports League. Of course, a big thanks to Mimi's Makings and Motions for the support with the Super Late Models, along with Grace Productions and the UMP Modifieds. And then, of course, dirtfan.com. Can't forget all those wonderful sponsors that help out here with the World of Thunder Esports League. A big thanks to, of course, Envision Custom Graphics, World of Thunder Esports League, and Rocket Racing Setups for their support here on Ultimate Dirt TV. On behalf of the entire team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, on behalf of Jerry Vansickle and myself, this is Brett Wheeler. We say good night from Lernerville. We'll see you tomorrow night.